Hey, coach, that makes I think 5 straight wins. You guys led wire to wire. Just any thoughts on both sides of the ball today and how you think it
Yeah,
played out?
yeah, I thought we played well. It's the best we played. We actually played better offense than what we scored because we missed a lot of good looks I really think that we should make a higher percentage. I thought CB and Oach and Jalen collectively, they got off 23 threes, if I'm not mistaken. And, most of them were really good looks. So I thought we did some good things. I thought Dave was great. Marcus was great. And Bryce and Juan were good off the bench. We did a lot of good things, and we guarded. And, they really guarded us. And I thought we handled their pressure pretty well. So I'm leaving out here feeling the best I felt in a long time about this group.
Hey, Coach, can you just talk about your overall defense today, your initial defense? It seemed like you guys all game long were pretty sound defensively.
I think we were. I think, if you eliminate them scoring with less than 3 on the shot clock, they scored 9 points with 3 or less seconds on the shot clock in the first half. I think there was only a couple in the second half, but, good teams are going to make some plays, and we can't allow them to do that, by us breaking down late clock. But I thought we were pretty good. We didn't rebound it great, but we rebounded okay. And, we got screwed up twice in the last minute where we got lucky where Shannon missed a 3 at the top. And then we screwed up a help and recover situation. But other than that, I thought we did some good things defensively.
And then it looked like you guys put a lot of emphasis on guarding Mac McClung and limiting his opportunities. What'd you think about that?
I thought, he's good. He's a really good offensive player. If you take away 2 possessions, basically the last possession of the first half when we had him defended perfectly and Oach put his hands down and let him get a 3 off, when all he had to do was wall up. He's probably nervous about fouling because we've had a tendency to foul a lot of 3-point shooters, but we gave him 3 there, and then we gave him 3. I think Marcus may have lost him to start the second half, and there's 6, and for the other 39 minutes, I thought we did a really good job on it, really good. So, I think the big fella, Santos Silva, was much more aggressive this game and was a better offensive player than he was the first game. And obviously McClellar definitely helps him, and he made a couple of big time shots. But I really think that, holding them to 40% or 41% and 61 points, that should be good enough at home, and it was.
Just 6 turnovers. What do you credit that to?
I think maybe focus. I think the guys knew that they would try to pressure us. They turned us up. They turned it up the second half there for a stretch. They really did. And our guys handled it, and we were able to get a couple of backdoor plays that maybe kind of eliminate some of the pressure, which was good. But we took good care of the ball. And, of course, we didn't turn them over much. But certainly in a game like that, where you have to – where every possession is magnified, you're going to have to take care of the basketball, unlike what we did there. I don't know how many times they turned us over there. It's like 16 or 18 times, I think. I could be wrong, but we did a much better job today.
What did you think of the way your team played on 50-50 balls?
Kenitra, I had to watch the tape, but I thought pretty well. I think there were some they got, and because they're so aggressive, and there's a lot that we had. So, that's one thing that we'll try to rate out, but I really believe that, I can't speak to it, positively, but I would think that we probably got the majority of the 50-50 balls today.
Hey, Coach, a lot has happened since your last game against Tech. How would you describe the team then compared to today's game?
Well, I think we're better. And I wouldn't have said that 3 weeks ago, but we're a better team than we were when we played them there. There's some things that we have to certainly shore up and tighten up, but I think when we played them there, they didn't have one of their key players, and we hung on to win, but we were very fortunate. But I think we're a better basketball team than we were then. I think Tech's a better team than they were then. We're not close to being where we want to be, but we have 2 opportunities next week to gain on that, and certainly looking forward to playing 2 teams that cleaned our clock the first time.
David obviously had a good game scoring the ball tonight, but what do you think of his passing?
thought he was great. You know, he should have had more than 2 assists. If I'm not mistaken, he found Mark once and may have found an open 3-point shooter, but he made some really good passes out of the post because they dove so hard on him. And that's one thing I think he does very well. So I thought David was great today. I thought he was great. You know, the 2 easiest shots he missed, or maybe 2 of the easiest shots he had today, were the last 2 to end the game, and we come up short on them. But I thought David did a lot of good things.
This feels the most complete game you guys have played. I mean, from the standpoint of whoever was out there, all 5 guys were options and weapons and did what they needed to do to get you where you wanted to go.
I don't know if it's the most complete. It feels like it's the most complete game we played positively since Christmas. But we were pretty good against Creighton. You know, we were pretty good against. I think we were a better day than we were when we played Tech. You know, we saw Kentucky at a time where it was before they started struggling, and now I don't know if they beat Tennessee today. I assume they did. So now you're looking at a Kentucky team that we beat, that's obviously capable of beating anybody. But I do think this is probably as good as we've been on both ends.
Bill, Jalen just said that he feels like the team is playing defense more for each other instead of just worrying about, is my man scoring on me. How have you kind of seen their mentality on that end evolve, and how pleased are you to maybe hear him say something like that?
Well, first of all, guys, as you guys know, will say whatever to get quoted and to have their name in a story. But I actually agree with what Jalen said on this point. It's not anything that we've talked about saying, but we become more connected defensively, and certainly our ball screen coverage has been a lot better. And even though they scored some today on it, but it's been better. So I think that guys are taking more pride in it. Like the play that Jalen made today, which would kind of tick you off if you're a coach, where he drew the charge on the baseline, where he's pressuring in the first half and draws the charge on the baseline. I look at that and I'm saying, why can't he do that all the time? I think that we're showing flashes of being able to be a pretty good team defensive team. But, guys are taking pride in what wins games, where I'm not sure that was the case in January. I think we were taking pride in kind of what we thought won games as opposed to what we know now wins games.
Do you feel like the change you made has made them more aggressive defensively?
I haven't made any. No. I haven't made any changes.
Well,
no.
Just as far as how you guys are guarding the ball screens.
I don't know if it's made us more aggressive, but I think that we're doing a better job of taking away the roll guy, and we're not getting caught up with the guy rolling up from behind when we take away the roll guy. So I don't know if it's more aggressive, but I just think it's better for this group.
Hey, I'm not talking necessarily assists and setting guys up, but what does Marcus do for this team? I mean, for those other 4 guys on the floor when he's out there.
Well, Marcus is one of the most underrated players in the country because nobody looks at him and gives him near the credit that he should get defensively because he guards everybody's man, and his man never gets double figures, never. And that's a knock on wood, but never. And he guards the other team's best player. And, there's a lot of switching that goes on, which obviously, magnifies sometimes the guy he's guarding scoring points because a lot of times he's not on them. But, he's a ball handler, stabilizer, and he's not, I don't want to say he's playing out of position, but he's doing something that he's probably, if he had kind of somebody back there to help him a little more with the ball handling responsibilities and things like that, I think he'd be more effective. But, David, Ochai, Jalen, and CB2, they're all leaders in their own way. But I still think Marcus is the guy that we feed off of more than anybody else.
Bill, Christian Brown goes 2 for 10, but he hits that shot in the corner.
Yeah.
What did you think when he let it loose, and what did you think of that play in the court?
Well, we had to shoot it because it was 3-2-1, and we ran a little play to get David the ball, and Jalen had David buried. I mean, he's right under the basket. He's wide open. He doesn't throw it, and he drives it, and he forced help and fanned it to him. Made a great pass. But it was sometimes our guys shoot it better when they know they have to shoot it, and sometimes they're hesitant when they don't have to shoot it. And so 3-2-1 was probably put him in a position after starting 1 for 9 that probably gave him a little bit more confidence that he shot aggressively because there was no other option. It was a big time shot, big time play.
Hey, Bill,
what do you like about? Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask. You said you're as excited now as you've been. Why is that?
Well, we won 5 in a row. Was it 5 in a row? And beat a good team for the a ranked team for the first time in a while. And I still think the attitudes are such that Jesse, it's the best that they've been all year long. We've never had bad attitudes, never. But we can kind of have an attitude that doesn't see things through a very winning light at times, and I think we were all going through that, but I feel like we've gotten out of it. I do. I think that this has been a good stretch for us. We haven't always played well, but we've gotten confidence through it, and that's why I'm feeling better, because I still think there's another step that this team can take.
What did you like about Dave's defense today?
Well, he's good. I don't think he was unbelievable post defender. I think obviously their big guy, was able to position himself and score over him or around him a couple of times. But David did great. He when he helped, he helped him on balance and challenge shots. We're not a great shot blocking team. What do we have today? Do we have we had 4 blocks today, and I believe CB had 2 of them. David didn't have a block, but he played good position defense. And that's one thing. If you're a 5-man and your guy you're guarding is not a 3-point shooter, you can kind of be like a free safety, kind of help everybody, direct everybody. And he did a good job of that today.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.